Coming up on KCTV, our first show of the new school year, we will be talking about hallway etiquette and we'll have a sports roundup.
We'll also have an important greeting from our principal, Mr. Ferris, and we'll meet our first teacher of the week.
All that and more because KCTV starts right now.
The only way to live in cars. Here in my car, I can only receive, I can listen to you. It keeps me stable for days in cars.
We've had a fun and somewhat crowded beginning to the school year. I'm Tanner.
And I'm Tanner, and welcome to KCTV. Tanner, did you know that there are almost 200 more students at Centennial this year than there were last year? The number includes 500 freshmen. Of course, the goal for all of us is to graduate. Last May, 350 members of Centennial's class of 2016 received their high school diplomas.
We'd like to thank Centennial's administration for providing us leadership and problem solving during the year. Here's our principal, Mr. Ferris, with a short greeting.
First of all, good morning, Centennial. This is Mr. Ferris, your principal. And what I'd like to do this year is come to you through the video announcements about once a month probably to discuss things that are going on at Centennial, try to answer questions, and mostly give you information or give you kudos for all the great things that are going on around here. A couple of things that I'd like to talk to you about this year that have been really great things as we've started the school year. First of all, I just want to remind you that our dress code is in force. Summer is over. I know that's hard, but summer is over. Our dress code is in force. Make sure you understand, particularly if you're new to Centennial, that our dress code stresses modesty. Teachers and administrators will be handling any dress code issues that they see for both boys and girls. And if one is spotted in the hallways by a teacher, they may address it or they may just refer you to the office, and a VP or Miss Mortensen, our Dean of Students, will be contacting you about that. So make sure you're appropriately dressed before you come to school every morning. The second thing I wanted to talk to you about is the cell phone policy. Make sure that you understand that classroom teachers have cell phone policies and procedures in place, and it's really important that you learn your teacher's expectations for cell phones. Some classrooms are using smartphones during the instructional time, and that's fantastic. But remember, students, this is at the teacher's discretion, and the teacher is in charge regarding cell phones in your classroom. If you do have an issue with your cell phone and a teacher does take it, it will be brought to the office and you will have to visit your vice principal in order to get that cell phone returned. Your parents will be contacted, and for you to get it back, you'll need to have one of them come in. So what's the message here? Take care of your cell phones when you're in class and make sure that you're following your teacher's guidelines on that. The last thing I have is beginning September 6th, which is next Tuesday after we have the long weekend, after school intervention will begin. It will run every Tuesday and Thursday from 3 to 4 p.m. and you'll meet in the library. This is a really, really great support system if you're having trouble in a class, or if you need extra help in, say, your math class. Go to this after school intervention and you'll get the extra help that you need. I think we've started really well this year. We've got new students, we've got a lot of new staff in the building, and Centennial looks great. I hope you have a great year. I know it's going to be great for me.
The halls are alive with the sounds of people, so let's be kind to one another whenever we're in the hallways.
It's the beginning of the year, and we're here to talk to you about hallway etiquette. Every time I try to walk in the halls, there's stuff in the way, everywhere. So when you trip, you might land on someone else's feet, and that's not cool.
We've had a busy beginning to this year's fall sports season. Here's Claire Vogie with this week's Sports Roundup.
It's been a busy beginning to the fall sports season, and we'd like to start with this. A big thanks to all of you who go to the games and cheer for our Centennial Patriots. The athletes really appreciate the support because the fans are an important part of the game. Now let's recap a few things that have happened this week. First, our volleyball team suffered a tough loss to Boise High on Tuesday night, but came back strong with a victory against Meridian last night. And the girls and boys soccer team had a pair of games this week against Rocky Mountain and Nampa. Both teams tied Rocky Mountain and defeated Nampa. Of course, the football team had a great win against Meridian last week and will play Caldwell tonight. Kickoff is at 7. And that's sports for this week. See you at the game.
Finally, our Teacher of the Week is At Home in Ancient Rome, 1920s New York, and many other places that the world of literature takes us. Let's meet Mr. Kelly up close and personal.
Hi, I'm Mr. Kelly. I'm Teacher of the Week, and I am a work in progress. Hey. My eyes are up here. I love the fact that as we interact, they can inform me on things too. Like up-to-date lingo, for instance.
Hey, Mr. Kelly, how's it going?
Gucci, fam. The vibe is popping. Check out my SoundCloud. Hey, guys, you need to help me with this. I swear this thing is smarter than I am. So, just real quick, can you show me how to send a twerk with this thing?
Mr. Kelly, do you mean to send a tweet?
Yes. Remember, I said I'm a work in progress. Because it wasn't real. And so his reality now is farther away from the ideal than it was to begin with. And that's why this is a tragedy. Oh, man. First time Teacher of the Week, the very first one. I'm honored for this. It's just got a few things to say. First, I want to thank my mom and dad, of course, first on the list here. Without them, I wouldn't even be here. My wife, Cammie, for all her support, especially in the early years. You're a single parent in the school years, my daughter, Reagan. Do your homework, kid.
Actually, Mr. Kelly, you didn't really win anything.
Yeah.
And that's KCTV for today. I'm Tanner.
And I'm Tanner, and have a great weekend, Centennial.
Get your motor running. Head out on the highway. Looking for adventure. And whatever